Okay, Simon, a 1-1 draw in the FA Cup has earned a replay. I would imagine you must be a lot happier with that performance today, especially the second half.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we had a dreadfully inconsistent weekend this last weekend, and the focus has all been about getting consistent, and I felt we did that today in terms of the game plan and delivering a good performance. And arguably we could have won it. Deservedly drawn level, but had the better of things second half definitely, and but for a little break of the ball we could have scored an extra one or two and got through of our own accord. But now we've got to go to Brighton to play Whitehawk in the replay, and that's fine, so looking forward to that. And
in the game itself, the first half there were very, very few chances. Obviously they've scored from a penalty. I think I remember right at the end of the first half there was a really good bit of play and almost an equaliser there. But second half very much more on the front foot, but against the wind as well from what I could see from where we were. How difficult was that to play in, do you think? And did you have to adapt just your style because of the conditions?
Yeah, it was a very strong wind going down the pitch second half. But the good thing was that it gave with the rain, it gave it a bit of zip on the pitch, which it didn't have first half, so that actually helped us. And when we moved the ball quickly, we're much better. So I think that helped us actually. But yeah, you have to soak up the wind. It was pretty gusty, and you can see with some of the longer clearances, it was coming straight back a wee bit. But the game plan worked really, really well, and then we opened up a little bit more last 20 minutes, which was the plan. And we put them under a fair bit of pressure, to be honest. There was a few of their guys sort of swinging and missing a few things, so they showed the pressure there. But no, overall I'm really pleased with the level of consistency more than anything throughout the game. I mean, we could have folded after conceding early, and individuals might have wanted to throw the game plan out the window and whatever, but no, we stuck to it. Kept the game close and then gradually grew into the game and then took it to them. So, yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that.
And obviously the equaliser came quite late on in the second half in the end. I mean, it looked like it had been coming, but I guess then there is a point where you think it's not going to be our day. How difficult is it to keep the players believing in the process, thinking if we keep doing what we're doing, it's going to come?
Yeah, that's the point. It is difficult because, especially after the weekend we had, where we were dreadfully inconsistent, and we've had some honest discussions, both individually and collectively this week, to get the guys right. But we had a really good session Thursday in terms of prep for this game. So I was confident coming into this game, actually, even though we're playing a really good team from a level above. I was confident that our guys would do ourselves justice. In pre-season when we played higher level teams, we've done ourselves no harm whatsoever. So I was sure that we would, and we got some step 3 boys in our team. So, but no, the belief we maintained, and we more than deserve the equaliser, and could have had, as I said, a winner in the end. But it's a replay, and we'll have to deal with that.
And I mean, obviously you'd seen a little bit of Whitehawk before today, but it's very different seeing them right up against your own team or whatever. Having had 90 minutes against them today, how will you approach Tuesday night?
Well, for me, there's some learnings, obviously, in terms of how they played and how we played. But it's also a blank sheet of paper as well, in that we've got other things we can do in terms of how we shape up. That's the beauty of what we're trying to do with this team. Even though it's a new team coming together, we've worked on multiple shapes, multiple systems, multiple kind of ways of playing. We're flexible. So I'll look at it again, and we'll knock heads on the best way to approach it. It doesn't necessarily mean we'd come with exactly the same setup to go down there, because it's knockout football, and we want to get through. Excuse me. To the next round. So, and obviously it's different conditions. Their stadium, their pitch is very different to ours, slope and all. So, we look forward to going down there, and we'll see which is the best way to attack it.
And just tell us a little bit, give insight into what it's like being a manager of this level, and suddenly having a game on Tuesday that you weren't expecting. You've got players with other jobs, etc. That you've now got to try and find a way of getting down to Brighton on Tuesday night. How much of a challenge is that?
Yeah, it is. Obviously, it's an early leave, and but I've been doing it, all my adult life really. So you make adjustments for it, and catch up on the work side as much as you can in the other times. But no, it'll be fine. We it's part and parcel of what we do, and there's always the possibility that we had to go down there and in a replay. So now we're going to have to do that, and we've got no problem with it. We'll be fine.
And there was one point in the second half where a ball whizzed across the face of the goal, and I heard someone say that's exactly where Sam Ashton would have been. What's the situation with Sam? How long is he likely to be out?
Yeah, he's got a hamstring injury, and those ones you can't just have them and then respond in a couple of days. He'll be back next week at some point, whether it's Tuesday or not. Will be he's got some work to do to see if he can. But it's a shame because he became that fox in the box for us more recently, scoring 2 or 3 on the trot. So but we the guys who came in to do a great job today, albeit in a different shape, and I'm pleased with what we've got, and it'd be great to get Sam back as well at some point. Maybe Tuesday, maybe not.
Yeah, and just finally, Amos Nasher today, that was his 150th appearance for the club. Not too many players have done that over the short history of this club, but how much of an achievement is that at this level to play that many games for one club? Yeah,
we've just made a ceremony of that effectively in the change room, and the guys have applauded him. They understand that that's difficult to do in non-league football at a club like this, where it's pushing, and it's a fantastic achievement, and I'm proud of him for doing it. And he's a great lad, he's a fantastic guy. So I'm really pleased that the boys responded that way for him, and the supporters actually. He got a great ovation, didn't he, when he came on? So he fully deserves plaudits for that. It's a big achievement, that. Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing the draw, obviously, with Hayes and Yeading in a hat on Monday. But all the best Tuesday evening.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you.